Why do we need a public?
Brian, will you lead us in our invocation?
Sure. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privileged opportunity to be here tonight. I pray that you would bless this council, mayor, and the decisions that they make. Just direct us in each and every way, and we pray. Amen.
Amen. Samantha, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll start tonight with our public hearing, and we'll officially call it to order. We'll do roll call, and then we'll get into the public hearing. Misty Cottle?
here.
Jeff Upton?
Here.
Jan Throgmorton?
Here.
Marty Lindaberry?
Here.
John Collins?
Here.
Dina McKnight?
Here.
Don Rollins?
Here.
Jimmy Conda?
Here.
Our city attorney and city clerk are both present. So we'll go ahead and get started. Item 1 in the public hearing is water and sewer rate increases. Do we have any discussion from the public on the water and sewer rate increases? Drusilla, you're the only public we have.
I do have a few questions.
Okay. Have you got one of those sheets yet? Are they up there?
One of these?
Yeah.
So, I did have a chance to listen to the YouTube of your meeting last week.
Mhm.
I'm a little confused about the flat rate and who that involves. Is that just the folks in the homestead, or is that applied to all citizens, all the citizens in West Fork?
So it's only going to apply to someone who does not have city water. So anyone that did not have city water but does have city sewer, that would be the rate.
Okay.
Because
All right.
typically, right, we use the water to determine what the sewer rate is. And so if they don't have the city water meter, that's what the rate would be.
Okay, and also, do we have a definite number on what the increase is actually gonna be? What percentage rate that our water and sewer will increase?
Yeah, so if you'll look at the front page of that, I think it'll answer your question. So at the top is the water, and you can see the existing current water rates, the proposed, and what the difference is. And then down next is the sewer.
It's 3% every year for 5 years, that's a 15%.
Okay,
And
Alright.
then there's examples of what the bills would, we tried to break it up into what the minimum use would be, and then kind of an idea of what 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 gallons would be total.
I see. All right, I think that's all I had.
That was easy, Drusilla.
I know I need, thank you.
She didn't even throw a fit.
So it stinks that we have to raise it. We haven't raised the water rate since, when was it, Christie? It's in here somewhere.
2015.
2015. And then, of course, all this came about with the city of Fayetteville increases. Does anyone else have any questions? Brian, I guess I kind of snubbed you. Technically, you are the public.
But I don't have anything tonight.
Okay. Well, you're on a committee, Bonnie. You're welcome to ask any questions you might have, though.
Just don't want me snubbed.
They're part of the public hearings.
I was going to give Drusilla just a minute or two to look over that. I like an awkward silence every now and then.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets. But you also like an awkward conversation. Going to the hospital. There you go.
Oh, no.
The new one. It's healthy. Dude.
Which was yesterday.
Anything popping out to you, Drusilla?
Pardon?
Is anything popping up? I was just trying to give you a couple minutes to look over it.
I don't think so.
Okay. We will officially adjourn the public hearing and convene our regular meeting. So, first item on our agenda for the regular meeting is the adoption of the agenda. Do we have any changes, do we have any changes to the agenda? No?
I make a motion that we accept it as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and second to accept the agenda. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Next is the approval of our meeting minutes from November 14th, our regular meeting. Any changes to those?
I'll make a
Motion?
motion, we approve them as mailed.
Second?
We have a motion and second to approve our meeting minutes. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Next is our public forum. Do we have anyone who would like to address the council tonight? No? All right. Close the public forum and move into our business reports. First up, Planning Commission, Walter Harnish.
Good evening. Last month's meeting was pretty simple. We just had 3 lot splits. We approved each of them. They're all outside of city limits, but within our planning area. Up next is this coming next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next. We are expecting Juliet Ritchie to be coming in and updating us for getting ready to do the text of Title 14 of the code. And so it'd be really helpful to have people come in and give us some ideas on where we should go with that. Also, we've been talking more and more about how we might protect the bluff line and the riverbank. Just what, whether an ordinance, whether who knows what, some kind of standards of development, something. But looking into that maybe, because if we're going to have more development going down it, then we should probably look into that now. So it helped to have feedback, because right now it's Stephanie Reynolds. She comes in a lot. That's mainly our public. So it'd help to have some more. Other than that, just that's all I got. Yeah. Any questions?
Questions for Walter? So I think we should have another subdivision coming soon.
Okay.
Be on the 6 acres there on the bluff.
Yeah.
Should be about the same thing that we passed prior, so
Okay.
hopefully that'll be coming to you guys soon.
Thank you much.
Next, our court report. Tracy is not here tonight. Do we have any questions on the court report? Disbursements were back up within their 12-month average. Okay. Next is our library. Marie Parks. She is not here. Do we have any questions on the library? No? I looked at something kind of interesting on the library. I wish Marie was here just to point it out, but I just found it fascinating that so this month, or last month, November, the library issued 18 new library cards. And I looked at the yearly issuance of library cards. We average about 16 new library cards a month. That just seems kind of interesting to me. Where are they coming from? Brian,
Exactly.
any ideas?
Kids.
Kids? Are they having that many new kids a month?
I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
I don't either.
I can't imagine.
I thought
Good
was
guess.
I
fascinating.
mean, yeah.
Okay, any other questions on the library? Okay. Next is the police department, Chief Halliburton.
Hey, the chief's here.
He showed up.
Always here to save the day. All right, in the month of November, we had 378 calls, 359 self-initiated calls, and 61 actual calls for service. We did 203 traffic stops. We wrote 61 citations, had 4 felony arrests and 6 misdemeanor arrests. And that's for the month of November.
Any questions for Chief? Did you get radios in your cars?
We did get radios in our cars. Last Monday, this Monday through Wednesday, we found, last week, we got them all put in there. And it was good. They're good to have. They're good to have. I appreciate not having to turn my radio on and off every time I go in the car. So I'm sure the other guys appreciate it as well. So when we, I don't know if we had any events. I can't remember. We did the parade, but that's for next month, I guess. But I don't think we had any events.
Shop with a cop?
Yeah, we did Shop with a Cop yesterday, and that was good. We did 21 kids yesterday, and at the Walmart in Fayetteville, and that was a very pleasurable experience for us. We also took some good photos if you want to see them on our webpage on Facebook.
So Chief, I'm a little bit disappointed that
Yeah.
Goggins has already stepped out of the room. I know that yourself and Chief Myers do a bang-up job on putting these reports together, i.e. Goggins and Travis. I was gonna ask Goggins, though, on one of the police reports, it shows that you guys had 419 calls for service, and the other one shows 420. So I was gonna give him a bad time about that, but I'll let you do it for me.
Okay, definitely will. Did anyone else have anything? Questions?
One come in after he got.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how that works.
I will say, just a shout out to the PD. I've already talked to the chief about it, but I was coming home the other night and noticed one of the officers was helping somebody change a flat tire. That's always, it's always nice to see when the PD's out. I shouldn't say when they're out helping the public, they're always out helping the public, but to see them doing something above and beyond. Serving, yeah, above and beyond the nature of the job, and that's always just a pleasure to see, and I think it's a testament to the group you've got, Chief.
No, that's good. I appreciate that.
So can I
Okay.
just put in a plug? Shop with a Cop was great yesterday.
It
The
was.
kids had such a good time, and thank you to West Fest for making that donation that helped fund that. That was awesome, and the kids were super excited to go. So thank you.
I was also gonna point out, I noticed that EPCO Plumbing donated their prize money from the parade to Shop with a Cop.
No, Sergeant Goggins did a really good job of putting that together and showing me how it comes together. So I really appreciate that.
In the Shop with a Cop deposits.
She's slept since then.
I like that too.
We've been trying to contact them about the vote and haven't gotten a response yet.
Maybe it was just another donation. I just assumed, didn't they win $150?
100.
Oh, well, they donated $150.
Well, that's even better.
It's even better, that's right.
Now it could be 250.
We've been trying to contact them and have not
Oh,
had luck contacting them yet.
yeah, I just saw that dollar amount and assumed that's what it was. Yeah, there it is, EPCO Plumbing, $150, so. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Next, Public Works, Isaac Hardison.
Not much to report.
That's good.
Well, we've had 2 or 3 water leaks and made a couple of sewer taps. New house going in on Clifton, got a sewer tap. An existing house on McKnight that was on septic is getting on sewer. I will report that Smith Street addition, Rolling Plains, keep calling it Smith Street addition, but, they're gonna be pouring curb in there tomorrow, so they're wrapping up their initial start to that project. Sewer's in and been tested, water's in and been tested, and samples are back good. We're actually gonna turn that on tomorrow and do a few tie-ins where we'll kill out some old water main in there, but yeah, that's rolling along pretty good. And he was pinning house pads today when I stopped by there, so I don't, he didn't know when they were gonna start building, but I'm assuming soon.
How many places they got up there they're building on?
28 lots.
Where's that at?
Rolling Plains on the end of Smith Street there, up Smith Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, congratulations on being the small system water operator of the year.
Yeah, I haven't officially got that.
That's
Get that
pretty
tomorrow,
cool.
so.
That's good though. You
Yeah.
did it. That's wonderful.
It's absolutely
We
amazing.
think you are. It's just nice that other people see it.
So I was gonna say that for later, but Jen stole my thunder.
Yeah, it's pretty,
Yeah, that's
was under
way
mayor's
down here at the
comments.
bottom.
it's pretty amazing since you had 52% water loss.
Less
Wastewater, this is wastewater.
So I do want to talk a little bit more about it, because I didn't put Isaac in for that. Don't even know how. But somebody had to put him into that drawing, or not drawing, but somebody had to nominate him for that position.
That's awesome.
It wasn't any of us sitting here tonight. So somebody out there has seen the work and
Maybe it was Nick.
no, we don't think it was Nick either. But it was someone who noticed all the work, the hard work that Isaac's doing, all the different things that he's involved in, and took the time to nominate him for that. I think that just, that says so much about the work Isaac does
It
and
does.
his work ethic. So I think it's a huge accomplishment. And if I understand correctly, this is for the Northwest District,
Yes,
and then you potentially
I don't know.
could be the state.
I don't know about on the state side of it, so.
Could win it for the entire
Bet
state.
your homestead put him in for it, huh?
They may have. So,
Good job.
That-
I'm gonna give you a.
No matter who put you in, you got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And we're proud of you.
Well, you're supposed to get it, huh? You get it. When's that?
Tomorrow.
Call me tomorrow.
All right. That's
It's gotta be
about all I
tough.
got.
You-
We know how hard you work.
Yes.
thank
We
you, Isaac.
appreciate
You
it.
betcha.
Next, Parks Director, Chad Harrison.
I don't have anything.
You gotta follow that.
I'm not getting any awards. Evidently, no one's nominated me. I don't know if there are any, but I might want to check that out. No, I don't really have any park updates from last month. We have been taking advantage of this nice December weather and getting a lot of work done at Carter facility, mostly on the fields as well as bullpens and some other areas of the park. So, but guys, that's about it. Restrooms and those things, as I told you last month, are all expected to be here sometime after the year. Don't have an exact date on that yet, but we're still working on that and getting prepped and ready, getting that site ready for the restroom. Same with scoreboards, and the other projects are coming, but I don't have any further updates. I do want to say that I thought the Christmas parade event went really well, and I do want to thank everybody that was involved with that. Seemed like a good time. Everyone had a good time, and I think it went off really well. The parade was awesome. So that's all I got.
Any questions for Chad? Okay, thank you.
Did
Thanks,
you
sir.
did you put the sleigh together?
I'm gonna say no. I'll just go.
Did you do that, Isaac? Who put it on there? Your boys? Well, thank him. I asked TJ and I said, did you do that? Thank you. And he was like, no. I don't have anything to do with that. And I said, okay, Scrooge.
We
So-
helped. We didn't want to take credit for such a beautiful sleigh, but it was,
Hey,
we helped.
it was dark. It worked just fine.
It looked real good in the dark. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
It's perfect.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah.
No, it was fun.
I thought it was
Yes,
really cool.
thank y'all.
That's awesome. I'll pass that on to TJ.
Okay.
Thank you, Chad. Next, Chief Myers with the Fire Department.
I know what you mean. When I added up the calls, we had 75, Travis came over 76, so, you know, we'll go with his. But I know not to do it next time. As Chief Halliburton said, we got all of our radios installed, which was great. Didn't know about, called on Friday and said, can we start Monday? I'm like, yeah, let's get it done. So, way sooner than I thought. Christmas parade did go good for us. I think we started with 18 pots of chili, and we might have had half of one left, so great. No way you can even thank everybody that brought them, because I don't even know who all brought chili. Lots of people, not even anything to do with the fire department, brought it. So, but Nikki Shackelford's the one that kind of put that together for us. So if y'all do see her, just let her know she did a good job getting it together. So, school inspections, that's all we're working on right now. So with our radios installed, we're done with that. So 2017, we bought what we were told we were going with was a next stage system. So we took a matching grant that we bought radios with. Now I don't need those radios. So I have two people wanting to buy those radios. So technically the city would own those radios, and I just would like to get approval from y'all to be able to sell them, get rid of them, because we don't need them. They're no good to us at all.
Does anyone on the council have an issue with that? There you go, sir.
Perfect. Well, that's all I got.
Any questions for Chief Myers? No? All right. Thanks, Chief. Christie?
Like I've been a broken record this year, which I guess is a good thing, but we have increased our bank balances by $111,000 this year, and all the departments are under budget. It's for a total of $441,000 under budget so far this year. Sales tax is leveled off at about 10% increase from last year. On the water and sewer, those bank balances have increased by $147,000 this year. The sewer, once again, we were in the black this month. For the year, we are over expenses over income by $91,000. I did go back and look at last year just to kind of see where we ended last year as a comparison, and for all 12 months of 2022, we were actually $160,000 over in expenses over income last year for sewer. So we're going to end this year much better than we did last year. So, the only other thing that I did check into when our interest rates expired, and it'll be the end of February. So we will rebid those sometime at the beginning of February next year. Questions?
Any questions for Christie? Thanks, Christie.
So the R&R is paying off on the sewer.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
All right. So that concludes our business reports. We have new business, 4 items of new business tonight. Ordinance 2023-521 for water rates.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to suspend the rule for all ordinances on the agenda for this meeting.
That's a good motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to suspend the rules on both ordinances, 2023-521 and 2023-522. We have a motion second. We'll do a roll call on that. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
Jimmy Conda.
Yes.
That motion carries to suspend the rule and read the title only.
I also would like to make another motion to pass the water rate ordinance.
It's a good motion.
And I'll
A
second.
second.
We have a motion and second to approve the water rate ordinance. Attorney Kicklack, would you read the ordinance
The time,
title, please?
it is, God, things are going so well, I got behind.
You've coached everybody else.
I like it. An ordinance to adjust monthly water rates and fees in the city of West Fork, Arkansas, declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
We'll do a roll call vote on that. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
Jimmy Conda.
Yes.
And that passes.
May I make another motion to adopt the emergency clause for that water rate ordinance?
I second.
I second it.
Dina, don't look around, just do it.
We have a motion and second to adopt the emergency clause on the water rate ordinance. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry, John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
Jimmy Conda.
Yes.
Okay, water rate ordinance has passed. Jimmy?
I make a motion that we pass the sewer rate ordinance.
I
Second it.
We have a motion and second to pass the sewer rate ordinance. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Can I say I hate it, but yes?
I hate it too, but yes.
Jimmy Conda,
Yes.
and that is passed.
Also make a motion to adopt the emergency clause for the sewer ordinance.
I second it.
We have a motion and second to adopt the emergency clause for the sewer ordinance.
These are good motions.
Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
and Jimmy Conda.
Yes.
Okay.
These increases weren't Jimmy's idea, but it sure sounds like they
Yes, it does.
They were wrong.
And Tom, I failed to have you read the title of the
Oh.
sewer rate ordinance.
were. It's not too late. As long as it gets read, so thank you. And that, Mayor, is an ordinance to amend and adjust monthly sewer rates and fees in the city of West Fork, Arkansas, declaring an emergency and for other purposes. Thanks, Mayor.
And with passage of those and the emergency clause, we will be able to get those enacted with the timing of the Fayetteville increases.
Perfect.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
I make a motion, we approve the budget.
Item 3 is a resolution 2023-06 to approve the 2024 budget. I have a motion
Second.
and a second. All of those in favor of passing the 2024 budget say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Item 4, a resolution 2023-07 to amend section 4.2 work hours of the personnel policy. Do we have any questions on that? We haven't talked about that prior.
I make a motion, we approve it with the emergency. Do we have an
No,
emergency?
no
clause
emergency
on
clause.
it? No,
No.
okay.
I second.
We have a motion and second.
Yep.
All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Item D is other business. Do we have any other business? Yes, Misty?
I would love to say that the parade went awesome and it was great, and thank you everybody who was involved, because it was great.
Fantastic. Is there any other
The horses were
business?
pretty too.
I know, oh my gosh, I just have to say that the horses were my favorite.
With the lights on their
With the
hood?
lights on them, oh my
Nice.
gosh. I know, I just went
Yeah.
on and on about that, but it was awesome.
Is there any other business? No?
Santa Claus is coming.
To town?
That's right.
Okay, we'll close other business and we'll move into mayor's comments. So we've already talked about Isaac being named Small Systems Water Operator of the Year in the Northwest District of Arkansas. A couple other things I wanted to bring up in our last meeting of 2023. So our department heads in the city of West Fork are constantly putting in a lot of hard work, and a lot of it goes undiscussed, it goes unheard of, but they're doing these things to better the city. And just to name a few of the things that I could draw to mind at the end of the year, Tracy and the courts, I would say that our courts have had more training and are better connected with the courts environment than the West Fork courts possibly ever have been. Tracy's done a great job of scheduling training sessions, trips down to Little Rock to get more information on how to better run the courts, how to keep up with changes that are happening in the courts, and I couldn't be happier with that. I'm constantly pushing department heads to get outside of the city of West Fork, to see what's taking place other places, or to expand their knowledge in other ways. Isaac, obviously we know Isaac's in constant contact with people outside the city of West Fork, whether it's Nick or others in maintaining the sewer system, in cutting down the I&I. Again, West Fork is, I think, well connected in the water and sewer community as far as what's happening and what's coming along in that path. Parks Department this year, I've tried to get Chad to do some training or a trip for 7 years now. He goes on vacation to see his kids, and he says he checks out some parks, but this year him and TJ did go, it was Indiana, wasn't it?
Yes.
To check on some equipment and look at some different things for improving the parks and the fields. Fire Department, Chief Myers had Travis doing some, what is that, NFPA?
Instructor one class.
Yeah, training on the updated fire codes, keeping the department abreast of the new changes that's happening in that. Planning Commission, Walter, Bonnie, Bonnie has yet to be able to, but you know, they've been working with a professional planner with Garver and Associates for 2 years now, trying to better develop our planning ordinances. Christy has been doing some training. What is that training, Christy? I couldn't remember the name of it.
Certified Public Manager.
What does that consist of?
Well, last year, the first year, was about 150 hours of class training, that ranged everything from meeting facilitation and presentation skills to a lot of different training hours. The second year is actually consisting of project management, that I'm having to develop a plan for a project to submit to you guys, hopefully in May or so. And my subject of that, everybody's is a little bit different. This nut class is actually on strengthening our internal controls and segregation of duties.
So, anyway, those little things like that, national fire codes, park development, just some things that they're doing outside of their normal hours here at the city. Again, all of the departments are making efforts to better serve West Fork and make West Fork a better city ultimately. So, totally thrilled with that. We got a couple new department heads that haven't done much. But I'm sure that will change in the future. And anyway, I just wanted to call that out and make sure everyone's aware of that. What else do I have on here? I talked about that I noticed that EBCO Plumbing out of Greenland, they participated in the parade. Whether it was their prize money or not, they did make a $150 donation to Shop with a Cop. I thought that was nice of them.
Is that open to people just to come down and drop off a donation, or do we
Yeah.
advertise it in a way that they would know to come down and do that?
We could probably advertise it better.
I think we should, because
Yeah.
it's a great program.
Absolutely it is.
I'll
Absolutely.
be sure to add that to our website.
It puts smiles on kids' faces, and I think we should really look into doing more of that.
But it puts smiles on the cops' faces too.
Yes, it does.
It does, it's pretty awesome.
It's like going on a mission trip. You expect to do something great,
Yeah.
and you come home and you're the change one. you
It's
know.
pretty cool to take kids and take them around Walmart and get them.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
pretty awesome.
It is.
So I believe that all of you, if I'm not mistaken, all of you received the email from Elizabeth Hale.
Yes.
Documenting, she sent out an email basically from the Master Gardeners talking about, it was a thank you from the Master Gardeners Association, thanking West Fork for allowing Master Gardeners to do work in West Fork. Some of the highlights from that was that our group in West Fork put in 603 volunteer hours, and they valued that at $15,500 of time that they put into the city of West Fork in the various gardens. And I think finally, I just want to comment also on the Christmas parade. You guys have no idea how stressed out Chad gets over that Christmas tree and whether that thing's gonna light, when the button's pushed and what color's gonna come on.
TJ was concerned also.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, parks, fire, police, city, I mean, everybody participates in that Christmas parade. When I ran for mayor about 7 years ago, my wife said, well, I want a Christmas parade. She told Chad, and Chad was like, just tell him not to run. I don't want a Christmas parade. And so, really, that's where that stemmed from, but it has grown into something that it's very enjoyable to come and see the smiles on everybody's faces that line the streets and participate in that parade. But honestly, it takes the entire city to put that on. In more ways than one, and I think you guys know that you're appreciated, but I think you also know that it may go unnoticed to some how much work you guys put into that. Christy, Amanda, Isaac's wife, were out there lining up floats, getting everybody involved, or lined up. Of course, police and fire department. Did a great job this year of keeping the sirens off so you could hear the MC. That was tough on those guys. They all wanted to run lights and sirens. But Heath Clower did a great job of announcing that.
You ought to all volunteer for West Fest also. Chad does.
Yeah.
Chad gets back there helping line up, but the rest of you.
But yeah, it is.
That parade sometimes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of coordination to put
Yes.
something like that together. Now, I will tell the council, I didn't tell you guys this prior to us loading up into the float. There was a chance that all of the float would not be intact when we made it back. I was told that just don't look backwards and you won't see anything fall off of it. But I think we made it completely intact. The great carpentry of Isaac's guys. I think Chad may have supervised on that. I think that's where Chad and TJ came in, Marty, with supervision.
Driver always worries me.
That was my favorite float.
It was-
watching you guys
It was
go.
fantastic.
Oh, man.
We had a beautiful night for it, and I will say, for everybody that's on YouTube and not here, in the float, the council was all smiles. I think we were smiling just as big as everyone waving to us, and it was just a pleasant event all the way around to see that kind city interaction. All right, John.
Hey, wait, before, I want to ask you a couple
Yes,
of
sir.
questions. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Anything else on the bridge?
We're gonna
No.
get a new one,
Eventually.
Eventually. Okay,
I don't know,
And-
did you see, Don, did you see the news interview on that?
I did not.
So we commanded 2451, Fox News, one night. They ran a story on the bridge and a story on the library parking lot back to back. I got so many text messages and phone calls that West Fork was all over the news in a good way. But we do not have any updates on it other than the state has picked the engineer for design.
And the other question was, what's going on up by Harvest?
So the owner of that property is clearing the land, looking to sell it. They purchased it a while back. I'm not at liberty to say some of the discussions that are taking place right now with potential purchasers of it, but I can say that I think it'll be a good addition to West Fork if it comes to fruition.
Cool. That's all I had.
That Holiday Inn Express.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
No comment.
That's good. That's good.
Anything else?
No.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries.